Every 2 weeks on The Beat Goes On, we bring 2 great wines to the table for tasting. Conducting the tasting this week is Master Chef Tony Astle from one of New Zealand's finest restaurants, Antoine's in Parnell.
Tony Astle,
Jared.
Super Chef.
Always good to be here. You well?
Very well, Tony. And when I said Super Chef tonight, I really meant it, because at your restaurant the other day, now what was the fish that I had? Can you go?
I did well, you had.
Yeah.
We had some very fresh snapper, and I just lightly, it was an egg coat, like you make sort of like an omelette, and you dredge the fish through the omelette, and then just sear it, just cook it, and it puffs up, and then you just let it settle in the oven for a minute, and then of course it's encased in a little omelette. And I did on, I think you had some wild mushrooms and truffle vinaigrette.
To die for,
With
Tony.
some tempura
To die
prawns,
for.
I think. I think you were quite excited, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you washed it down with a few nice glasses.
Oh, did you notice that,
I
Tony?
noticed that, yes. Just a bit of a wash down.
Antoine's in Parnell, 333. Telephone number, Tony?
You know it.
379-8756.
How about that? Hey, this is good, isn't it?
I'm doing all the work
I mean,
here,
this
Tony.
is fantastic. And
And
what
of
was it?
www. antoinesrestaurant.co.nz. And Tony, I'll be back again, because very soon, it's a couple of weeks away, it's show 100 for The Beat Goes On. Do we have to celebrate, Tony, or do we have to celebrate?
Well, I think you have to.
And where are we going to celebrate?
Oh, there's only one
Antoine's.
place, isn't there?
Enough about frivolities, Tony. I'm looking at these 2 beautiful wines you've brought in this week.
Today we're going from Marlborough, and then we're going
Central
Central Otago,
Otago. so
it's fantastic.
It seems to be the pattern, doesn't it?
South Island is amazing.
Let the tasting begin.
Okay, so the first one we
Yes.
decided to go with is
Marlborough,
Kura Bay,
yep.
and it's from Marlborough, and it's the Awatere Valley,
As we just,
and it's a Sauvignon Blanc. Nice little label here, and it was actually a gold medal, and that's Liquorland International Wine Competition. There was also, it's Cuisine Magazine 5 stars and Wine State 4 stars, so it's actually very, very, very popular.
and it's already on your wine list, isn't it?
Kura Bay is on I've had Kura Bay on my wine list since 1993, because of course Kura Bay started the same year Antoine's did, 1973.
Just having it sitting there, Tony, it was sitting there, I could feel
It's
it.
wafting, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
You can smell gooseberries here too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, this is a fruit basket.
Yes.
Honestly, it's beautiful. Let's
try it, shall we?
You know, before you even swallow, it's there, isn't it?
Superb.
Can you taste what I was just saying there? You've got green capsicums, you've got gooseberry, there's nettles, but what I love about it, it's got a very good light acid finish,
Yes,
which
yes.
is, it's throwing it around the mouth. And I think it's really, really, it's crisp, isn't it?
And it's a family vineyard. We're always talking about family vineyards.
And it is, and it's Jeff and Diane Smith.
Jeff and Diane, congratulations. What a wonderful craft.
And the winemaker's Sam Small. Only 51 hectares. It's on the banks of the Awatere River in Marlborough, and this is a good food wine. You know, asparagus. At the moment, it's the season. You know, you've got asparagus, you've got whitebait, you've got shellfish, oysters at the moment.
This is the perfect,
using the beautiful Stewart Island, Glory Bay farmed oysters at the moment, and this is a mind blast, I tell you.
Wonderful, Tony. Now I'm looking forward to a nice red. It's down to Central Otago.
Yep, we're going
Totally
to...
different vineyard. It's called Domain Road.
Okay, wine number 2. We're going Central Otago, of course. You'll love this. It's only 6.5 hectares, the vineyard.
Oh, okay.
Now that's a little baby, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And it's so beautiful. It's got you go onto the web, it's got this compressed mud cottage, you know, it's an old mining.
Oh, okay.
And it's absolutely, you wait till you try
Well, one
this.
of the reasons we've got this today, Tony, is you told me that this won at the recent Air New Zealand Domain Road won 2 gold medals, one for a Pinot Gris and one for a Pinot Noir.
It's amazing, isn't it? And
Well, what are
also,
they doing right, Tony?
They're 2008 and 2007 back to back in London, golds. Also, gold in Hong Kong, gold in London again. I mean, gold for Hong Kong food match. I mean,
What family is involved here,
well,
Tony?
you know, the family is Graham and Gillian Crosby.
Graham and Gillian Crosby.
But it's a total hands-on vineyard, this
Yeah,
one. Like
yes.
Crosby Spend, they're there, up to their elbows in it, you know. And it's a little vineyard, you know, 6.5,
yeah.
and it's, to what they are doing, they're doing it properly. The interesting thing is, you know, you get factories for wine, and this one here is a little boutique,
This is
unbelievable.
what we treasure, isn't it?
You know, it is a treasure,
Yeah.
and it's a special producer of outstanding, and it's cool climate wines.
Cool climate wine. Should we give it a go, Tony?
Now, the aromas, they're all there, you know, it's integrated fruit again, but it's, I mean, it's dark fruits, it's plums. You know, just try it, just see if you get this.
Now
There
I
you
know.
go again, euphoria, look at you, look at you.
Oh, that is just sensational, isn't it? You
Afterwards.
certainly have that on your wine list, Tony.
It has to be. I mean, this is actually very interesting for me because this is the first time I have tried this wine,
Oh, okay.
the Pinot,
Yeah.
and I'm blown away with it. So
Yeah.
this is what I really like about this is when you know
You discover these
we
new
have a wine
treasures.
list
Yeah.
that we want to new inductees. Now, every now and then you find one.
To Graham and Gillian Crosby, what a masterpiece.
You know, I'm
From-
just so excited about this. We've got so many good people out there. I mean, let's go back 25 years. This didn't exist in New Zealand.
Oh, no.
Isn't it great when we've got passionate people?
Well, Tony, two beautiful new wines once again, and we've got a winner. We have a winner from last
We
week's
do.
competition.
It was a Wendy, wasn't it?
Yes, we drew her name out, and we better get her name right, Tony, because it's Wendy Pluck.
Pluck. It is
And
indeed.
it's spelt Plucke. So Wendy from Tauranga, a lovely night at Antoine's restaurant, a romantic night, Tony, romantic night.
Yeah, that means I won't be sitting at the table. It's romantic, but it can be very romantic.
So give Tony a ring, and we always do it again. We're sort of it's a habit now, isn't it, Tony, of giving
It's
away
a little
lot
bit of a habit, isn't it?
Yes. So we need a question tonight, Tony. We need a question. This is the question. What are the two areas that these two wines came
That's it.
from?
Perfect.
Bannockburn and Awatere.
Indeed.
Wow.
Isn't this perfect?
And you've got a night at
And
Antoine's.
that's a tough one, isn't it?
And very quickly, before we go, once again, Tony, 333 Parnell Road for Antoine's.
It is indeed. Telephone number is 0937 98 756.
56.
And www.antoine's.com.
That's what, Tony.